And so it's very rainy. It's blusterous outside, which is fine. So Heiko decided to sleep here this morning because she wants that here. And also an update, we have to have stalls here because Heiko is starting to bling the tree, which is not ideal. I already showered, as you guys can see, but I'm still in my J's, in my PJs. But I want to eat first, and then I'm going to probably do some reels, do my gift guides, do the advent calendar for December. So I'm starting to like do ahead because I have a surgery in December and I don't want to be, you know, concerned about the videos and all of that. So I want to create as much content as possible and still work on the PhD because I have a lot of stuff to do there. So yeah, let's see how the day goes. Hi guys, so I'm dressed, I'm up, I have some makeup in my eye. I guess they aren't in the same direction, which is kind of awful, but it's 8 AM, so I'm not going to bother much. You know, it's just something to have in my eyes, and probably tomorrow will be better, so I don't mind. I'm already ready to film something, so I'm going to go ahead and film some content for December because I may not have time during that month, but I'll try and film something now. Yeah, so now I'm going to do the videos for Christmas. Yay! Now, like, let me see, 1:30 in the afternoon, and yeah, I was supposed to start the video a little bit earlier, like yesterday, Monday morning, but I actually had a lot of going on in the PhD and with a lot of different things, so I decided to start Tuesday. And then on Tuesday I realized, I realized that I also had a lot to do, but so yeah. So today I don't have much going on, that's why I'm not using makeup or anything in my face. It's a makeup free day. And I'm just working on the PhD. I'm not doing anything much. I'm not leaving the house today except for walking Heiko, which is right behind me. I'll show you guys in a second. Heiko, say hi. Hi guys. So I don't have much going on except, you know, my work. I have a lot of things to do, and I decided to start filming my advent calendar book edition. So I planned some books that I want to read for more or less 12 to 13 days during December. So it's 13 books. Obviously I don't think that I will finish them all, but let's see. But the point is, I do want to, you know, read a book, or at least open a book, or an ebook in my case, for like one ebook every single day during December. It's like an advent calendar till Christmas, and I want to see how many books I can read like that. So the goal is to try and find the time to read all of the books, to knit all of my Christmas presents, because I already told you I do have a knitting business that I am starting to launch, and I already had one order. It's already finished, so it's drying, so it's perfect. I'll show you guys later. And then I need to do my grandmother's present that she asked me for, some cozy socks, and I'm knitting them, crocheting them. And my mom also ordered me something for my grandmother, something warm that my grandmother can use. So that will be her Christmas present, but made by me, which is a lot of responsibility. And I'll probably just knit something for my brother, my father, my stepfather, and my stepsisters, and my mom. So I'll try to do the presents for two reasons. Because I think it's way more cuter and, you know, thoughtful to have something that someone knit to you, or build you, or made you. It's always that thought of having something that someone put effort and time to do, and I always love that. I feel like that's something that we really, really don't appreciate. So I always like to have homemade presents. I prefer them, actually, because I really think they are very cute. And another reason is because of the wedding. So I'll be having my wedding. Is that how you say it in English? Having the wedding. I'll be having the wedding during May, and obviously you do have a lot of expenses. I don't know if you guys know how much money you put in your wedding, and it's not the ceremony itself that is expensive, but the party and, you know, everything is very expensive. So we are trying to and obviously we don't have like the money to spend like 10 to 15,000 euros in a wedding, because that's just a crazy amount of money, obviously. So what we are doing is that we are trying to find, you know, the essential stuff, and the other stuff we are DIYing it. So for instance, we did all of our invitations. They are homemade. Me and Enrique, we designed them, we did them, we cut them, we created them, we did everything. So it's, you know, more personal in a way. And we are also, sorry, I'm going to have to interrupt because Reiko just decided that she wanted to appear in the frame. At least she's hearing me, I think. She's the director of the footage, obviously, and also she needs to pee. That's why she's like this. But it's pouring rain, so I can't do much, and I don't want to go to the rain. But yeah, so what I was saying, we are DIYing stuff. So we did the invitations. We are trying to have something more personalized as our guest books, like something with pictures and all of that. The presents, you know, the favors that you give to the favors that you give to your wedding guests. We are also thinking about DIYing them. We don't know yet what, but we are thinking about that. So we do have a lot of things that we are planning, but other things that, like the photographer, the place, you know, the venue, all of that, those stuff need to be very well thought, because even though we don't want to spend a lot of money, we can have a very good and, you know, very well thought wedding if we both decide to do that. And that's it. Wow, that's a tangent really well. So for today, let's have an update. I finished A Shadow of Night by Deborah Harkness, the second book of the All Souls trilogy, and I loved it. It's so much raw and painful and, you know, heartbreaking than the first one. And I don't know if you guys know, but All Souls trilogy already has a series. It's called A Discovery of Witches, obviously. And I saw the second season, and I don't think they captured the rawness. Is that a word? No, they captured the darkness and the raw feelings and all of the conflict that happens between the main characters. And I do think that the book is better. I love the series, like the TV shows, but I also think that the book is way good. So the only book that I'm still missing, the Book of Life and Time's Covenant, I think, or Time's Convent. I don't know what's the title, but yeah, I need to read the third book, the Book of Life, and then I'll watch the series all together. So I'll probably read the Book of Life in January, because I want to do that advent calendar thing. So let's see how it goes. And yeah, that's an update. And I also start Hollow's Heathens by Nicole Freyona. I'll leave the name here. And I'm still on chapter 1. I started this morning during breakfast, but it seems very interesting. I mean, it's very mysterious and dark, and I'm down to it because I want to finish all of these books. So I want to finish Hollow's Heathens and Babel by the end of November. So then I can have like very cute and Walmart inspired movies kind of books, and I'll be watching all of those Netflix movies like Prince for Christmas and the Christmas in I don't know where and Something Happened in Christmas, because that's what we want to do. I want to feel very cozy. I want to enjoy Christmas, and I need to enjoy Christmas because in 2020 I didn't enjoy much because I was having the PhD classes, and in 2021 I was feeling so tired and, you know, exhausted because of the year, that I didn't actually, you know, felt like Christmas was like that time of the year. Even though it's my favorite time of the year, it wasn't enjoyable because we didn't have the Christmas markets, we didn't have anything, and I want to have that, I want to enjoy that, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to enjoy Christmas this year like there is no other thing in the world. So that's why I'm trying to work really hard on my thesis right now, because I want to, you know, have every loose end that is here in the PhD thesis, like the objectives and all of that. Those are loose ends that I need to work on. I want to have that cleared by the end of the month in order for me to move on, because I'm already waiting for the fieldwork reply. So without further ado, let's get to work. So this is the 28th of November 2022, and I am just editing the vlog, and I just realized that some of the footage are wrong. So I vlogged almost every day during the month of November, and right now I only have like 3 or 4 days, because I didn't realize that when you film with your phone needs to be in this position rather than in the vertical position, and sometimes I totally forgot about that, and I have amazing footage of Reiku and, you know, me walking around, and it's vertical, so I don't know if I can use that. I'll probably just pop some clips so you can guys see what I've been doing rather than just me talking, because that's also boring. I'm not that interesting. And so yeah, so you guys can see more than just me talking, because I'm very upset with me, because I knew that if I filmed vertically, probably most of the footage would stay vertically, but for some odd reason I totally forgot about that. I hate myself right now. So anyway, it's almost the end of the month, and yesterday I did not finish. I DNF'd Babel, and I know that some people are gonna hate me, but I honestly think that the book is so boring. It's clearly not the book for me right now, probably because I have a lot of going on in my PhD and I am reading a lot heavy stuff, so probably it's not the book for me right now, and I can admit that. But I think that the book has a lot of potential, but I couldn't focus on the book. It was so descriptive and so intrinsic and so entangled that sometimes I totally forgot. I was like, what's going on? Like, where is this coming from? I don't know, what are we discussing right now? So yeah, that was hard, and I decided not to finish it because I was like, yeah, I don't feel like this book is going to add anything else for me, so probably I'll read it in summer or in next year in October with the Dark Academy vibes kind of thing. But right now I think that my mind is almost set for Christmas, so yeah, that's probably why I'm just not getting it. And I'm also reading, I'm in chapter 6 or 7 from Hollow Ethans, and I am loving it, guys. You have no idea. I love that book. I'm going to buy the physical copy of it, even though I have the ebook, because I am enjoying it so much, guys. You have no idea. So it's mystery, it's dark. It's witches and secret societies and covens and all of that. So I am very, very, very intrigued with what's going on. So yeah, I would highly recommend you guys to read it. Probably it's a good book for September, October, November, those months, because it's very, Victorian and Gothic. It's not Victorian, it's Gothic and dark and all of that. So I am really enjoying that book. And then I was reading Babel and I was not enjoying it. So probably it was my fault. Ooh, you guys fell. Probably it was my fault. I don't mind admitting it. So the only book that I have to finish until 2023 is A Little Life. And that's another one that I'm struggling a lot. I still haven't moved from page 79 since September. I don't know what's going on with that book. I've seen so many good reviews, and I've seen, people loving it and saying that it's one of the best books ever. But for some reason, I can't connect with the characters. But I'm still in page 79, so it's probably because I'm still in the beginning. But it's hard not to connect with characters and continue with the book. So what I'm going to do is that I'll probably try to read it in December. Let's see how it goes. But I can't wait for December. I have the advent calendar more or less planned. I start filming some of the reels that I'm going in the shorts for YouTube and TikTok and all of those social media, because you need to be in every single social media right now. But I already start filming those. I know what books I'm going to read, hopefully, and I can't wait for rereading ACOTAR, because I love ACOTAR. It's one of my favorite books ever, favorite series. It's my favorite series, obviously. And during this time of the year, I usually, like every year or so, I try to read it. I didn't read all of the books last year. I read the A Court of Frost and Starlight because it was very wintry, and I read it during the 21st of December, during the how do you say it in English? Equinox? Equinox? How do you say it? Sorry. I'm thinking about in Portuguese, sorry. But yeah, during that time, during the 21st of December. So I was very, very cozy reading it, and I was very happy. So this year I want to read all of the books because I need to reread them because I'm feeling very stressed and, all of that, life overall. So those books are like my escape, the escape. So I'm going to read that. But yeah, so final thoughts on November. I read 5 books. Why am I looking at my hand? 5 books. So I read, let me check with the iPad. Because I have everything written. Like every good reviewer should, most of the times. So I read The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches from Sangu Mandana, and I highly recommend that book. It was a 5 star for me. I loved it. I wasn't expecting loving it so much. I think that I'm in that age where young adults, or that easy way of young adulting that they are writing in books, is starting to become a little boring for me. So this one was very good, and I highly recommend you. I read it in 3 days or something like that. So then Babel, I DNF'd. I read like 30% of the book and then DNF'd. I'll probably reread it in October next year, so don't worry. Then I read Verity by Colleen Hoover. It was one of those books, like I can't even describe it. It was amazing. I love that book. I've only read 2 books of Colleen, so It Ends With Us and Verity, and I loved it. I love them both. It's a 5 star for me, Verity. I was not expecting that. I don't know, are you team leather or team manuscript? What are you? Let me know in the comments down below, because I know that there's a discussion going on about this, and I don't want to spoil anyone, so I'm going to ask, are you team leather or team manuscript? Let me know. I'm team manuscript, but that's just my interpretation of the story. So then I read Twisted Games, the second book by the Twisted series by Anna Wang, and it was a 3 stars for me. I mean, I get the hype. It's like Grumpy Sunshine Troop. I get the hype, but it's not the book for me. I think that's what I was saying. Like, the young adult right now are starting to bother me a little bit, because it started to become so easy to write about young adults, because they are, discovering themselves, and all of a sudden there is the hot guy or hot girl or whatever the main character is, and they fell in love, but they fell in love hard, and the hot guy girl binary gender free, how do you say in English? Non-gender? I think that's, I don't want to offend anyone, so I think that's how you say it. So yeah, that type of character saves the other character, and it's kind of like, I feel like Twisted Games, Twisted series, and all of other books are kind of like, and don't get me wrong, I get why people read them, don't get me wrong, but I think it's an easy way to write. Like, they use the trauma to explain why the main character, usually the male main character, are cold and difficult to reach and uptight and all that, and then they use trauma or other things to explain why the girls are so sunshine and all of that. So it's, I don't know, it's my interpretation probably, but I think that it's just about, sex and physical connections and all of that, and I feel like right now I need more than just that. I think it's a very specific age, like until 25, 26, people are craving for that, and don't get me wrong, sometimes I also crave for those books that are more easy to read. Like, I was just complaining about Babel, so don't get me wrong, but at the same time I think that they are bestsellers because of the audience that they are picking, rather than the masterpiece that they are writing. It's not that goal. The goal is not to write something
that good, is to write something good for people to feel better. And I get it. I mean, I'm a fan of Emily Henry, and if you ask me if the books are, yeah, the books are a masterpiece, don't get me wrong. But that's my personal interpretation. Probably someone out there thinks that Emily Henry sucks and doesn't, the books are easy to write. So this about the Twisted Games, it's just my personal opinion. I think that you can find books with the same theme that are a little bit better, well developed, and yeah, that's my opinion. But yeah, the other book that I read was Angelica Frankenstein Makes Her Match by Sally Thorne. It was a 3 stars as well. It was, it was inspired by Frankenstein. I don't see the novelty of it. Yeah, it was good, but not that good. Then I read Shadow of Night by Deborah Harkness. It was a 5 stars for me because I love the books by Deborah Harkness. So yeah. Then I read Lemonade by Nina Penaki, which is a guy. Don't do like me that also always assume. I don't know why I'm trying to reprogram my brain. It's something about Portuguese language. Don't feel offended, guys, because in Portugal the O's are usually indicating male pronouns, indicative of male pronouns, and A's are usually female pronouns. For instance, I have a dog that's a female, and her name is Reiku, and most of the time people just assume that she's a boy because of the Reiku name. So it's incorrect, but it's a problem of our language. So when I read Nina is usually a name here in Portugal for a girl, and then I realized that it was a guy. So that's an author. Lemonade by Nina Penaki was very interesting, but it wasn't the book that I was expecting, so there was no happy ending, in my opinion. There's no the redemption arc, in my opinion. So yeah. And then I am reading Hallowed Heathens, which is probably a 4 stars right now. So yeah, those are the books that I read in November, and I really liked. I thought I tried to be more dark, gothic vibes, go for those vibes, because it's still, fall/autumn. So I tried to do that. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching the vlog. I hope it wasn't too boring. I know that I haven't done much yet, but I'm programming on doing something else in December. Let's see how it goes, but it still will be filmed on my phone, and I'm sorry about that. I'll try to make it work. But in the meantime, stay happy, stay healthy, read a lot of books, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!